What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Black Widow / MCU Red Guardian video, where we will be breaking out one of the weirdest parts of the Black Widow movie. No, not Taskmaster. Actually talking about how possibly Red Guardian did actually fight the Captain America. If you enjoyed the video, then please do drop a like down below and subscribe with notifications on to never miss a video. In Black Widow, easily one of the best parts of the movie was Red Guardian, who was brought to life in a pure joy to watch by David Harbour. However, we know that he was incarcerated and we barely learnt of his past in the world of the MCU. He was a huge part in the Soviet Union and he even had action figures made of him, which I really want to know more about this Cold War, and I do hope there is a Cold War Avengers at some point. However, we know that he believes to be the counterpart of Captain America. Of course, that makes sense as he is Mr. Communism and Steve is Mr. Capitalism. Alexei says how he fought Cap in 1984, but as Ursa reminds him and us, Steve Rogers was still in the ice back then, which, yes, that is very true, leading Ursa's hand to be crushed by the Red Guardian. However, Red Guardian is adamant that he fought Captain America when the helicopter he escapes runs out of fuel on, and asks Natasha if Cap ever spoke about him, which is very, very weird. It's one thing to lie in prison, but he doubles down on the fact that he believes he tangled with Captain America. Now, there are a number of ways he could have tangled with Captain America. We know that there was someone else to take on the mantle, sort of, while Steve was sleeping, and we have Isaiah Bradley, who was introduced to the MCU in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He did obviously steal his suit back in the day, and he then went on to fighting the Korean War, tangling with the Winter Soldier. However, he was then put in prison for 30 years. The Korean War ended, or well, it's not technically ended, they just ceased hostilities in 1953. So 30 years from then, Bradley was a free man. I do not doubt that they would have sent him on one special last mission as part of his freedom. With this mission set in 1984, it could very well have happened. Although they are talking about Steve in prison, maybe Alexei could have been mistaken back then. The showrunner of Falcon and the Winter Soldier has expressed interest in making a prequel focusing around Bradley, so this could very well be a long setup for this prequel series, which I would love to see. Now, another way we could be is all of the wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. We know that the TVA said that the Avengers messing with time was supposed to happen, and I imagine that includes the return of the Stones and Steve staying back in time with Peggy, although there was that weird Easter egg in Loki where it looked like Peggy was being taken as a variant by the Time Variance Authority. Now, old Cap is old Cap, as while the serum gives him decreased aging, he has possibly lived 2 lifetimes here, as he's strayed in the past and has grown old that way. I presume that he stayed after dropping off the Tesseract, or possibly earlier by making a detour on the way home and staying for one last dance and to marry the love of his life. Honestly, that scene really, really did hit different back seeing that in the cinema. Now, he had to return the stones lest they make some nasty realities, and in his words, he will clip the branches. Hey, well, maybe he is working for the TVA. No, he's not working for the TVA. He returns and stays, and considering Steve pops up in Endgame as his older self, he has lived a quiet life as he would have been existing concurrently with his younger self. Maybe one day there was something he really needed to stop in 1984 and put the suit back on, but I really doubt it, as if he didn't suit up to pre-warn of Thanos or Ultron or any other enemy, what would lead him to fight Alexei? Now, in 1987, Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne stopped Separatist with an ICBM after they stole it from a Soviet missile silo in Kursk. Of course, this would then lead to Janet being stuck in the quantum realm all this time. We know that Alexei said in his possibly tall tale, how he fought Cap over nuclear codes. Maybe Red Guardian was trying to stop him, but they were both confused and they're trying to stop the Separatists, and Alexei, drunk on the possibility of fighting his ideological foe, went on to defeat this Cap. I do wonder if Peggy tried to persuade Steve into making it so that Janet does not disappear. Again, for a long shot, that might not have happened, but he would come back to this time frame knowing everything that happened in the past. So for once, he actually knows everything instead of having to catch up on all of the pop culture as well. We saw that in Winter Soldier. Now, there's also the idea that they maybe tried another John Walker situation, but hey, I really doubt that, as it would undermine the whole idea of John Walker taking up the mantle. I do like the Isaiah Bradley idea, and also the idea of a Cap suiting up for one last mission, which, hey, that would be interesting, and maybe that's why Peggy was at the TVA headquarters, and maybe we will see a kind of man out of time again throughout going through and trying to avoid a Nexus event while trying to save Janet Van Dyne, which, again, absolute reaching there in my opinion. But hey, the best thing about Marvel is speculating on what is actually going to come next. But I personally don't think that Alexei is lying. He doesn't seem to be a liar. Of course, yes, he was a Soviet villain and things like that, but he seems very proud of himself, which I think is pretty cool, and I really hope that we see more of this, and I hope that it's expanded on, but there is a graveyard of many different ideas that we did not get in the MCU. Heck, it's taken all this time from, of course, Avengers in 2012 up until 2021 to actually learn what happened in Budapest there. Hey, Natasha, I'm honouring your memory there. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Please do subscribe with notifications on. I would absolutely love to hear what you think on this topic, and I will be back tomorrow for the Loki finale video as well. We also have our Rick and Morty videos up. I will be doing a Space Jam video as well at some point later this week. And on Thursday, I'll probably cover the fallout of everything that happened in Loki Season 1, which I'm very excited about. So I'd love to hear all of your thoughts on this video down below. Let me know your opinions, your thoughts, and what are you looking forward to in the MCU. And check out our Black Widow content as well. I'll see you soon. I hope you have an amazing day, and goodbye.